What's up, guys? We're back here in Miami, but based on the way things went in the first 3 games of our career here at the big league level, don't know how long they're going to want to keep us up here. But we can definitely turn things around here as we get into this next series against the Padres, and then the one after that where we're going to be taking our next start on the mound on Wednesday at Boston. But again, things have not necessarily gone the way that we wanted to start the season. We're 0 for 12 in the box, but even though we didn't pick up our first win on the mound, we didn't do horrible in the last game. I mean, just over 5 innings, and we only gave up 1 run, but again, we ended up giving up like 6 or 7 hits, ended up having 2 walks as well, so we're going to have to clean that up, especially in that game against Boston. But we got to focus on our performance here in the box because, again, we have yet to pick up a hit at the big league level, and we want to be able to do it in this one here. And facing a guy who's got a 6.08 ERA, I actually have some high hopes for it, but again, the way that we performed in those first 3 games, not necessarily going to hold my breath. But if there's anything that gives me a little bit of solace, it's the fact that the rest of our offense isn't performing extremely well either. And yeah, maybe I shouldn't have said anything. Make that 0 for 13 this season. But again, at least it's not just us that isn't performing. 3-0 here in the 4th. And there we go. We give that one a bit of a ride, but we're a little early on it. And that's going to be a pop out to center. One of these times we're going to get a base hit. I'm hoping it's going to be right here, because we got a guy on first with no outs, and we really want to keep this inning going as we end up swinging at that slider. We're on it, but unfortunately just missed it a little bit. That's all right. You know, we're tracking the pitch pretty well, and I like that. And I should have just shut the f*** up, because that's a pop out to fall territory. Don't tell me it's going to be another 0 for 4 game, man. We can't deal with that. Come on. As we do take that one into the outfield, please don't have the legs to get there. Let's go! First major league hit, and it's a double. Great throw from right. Maybe we do need to up that speed because we could have potentially been thrown out there. So again, great hit on that one. We end up picking up our first major league hit, and maybe that's going to allow us to pick up some more going forward as well, because yeah, we want to make sure that now we can be a little more loose in the box. I'm hoping that base hit is going to allow us to do so as we end up running on the pitch here. But I think that is going to end up being a pop-out, and it sure is. And needless to say, we did end up dropping it. They got another run there, but still, we go down 6-2 at home. But at least we pick up our first hit of the season and our career. All right, that was a nice little warm-up, but we are on a 4-game losing streak, so let's even go out there against Joe, and let's see if we can pick up our first win in a while. Damn, man, look at these jerseys. I actually kind of like this. What is this, Miami Vice or something? I actually kind of appreciate that. Let's go. We leave that fastball up to start. All right, Joe, you don't know what you're dealing with here, man. We're in the Vice jerseys. Let's see what we can do to actually take one deep in this game. It's 2-0 count, man. I know I said it in the last video, on the 1-0 counts that he's got to bring something close to the zone, but now on 2-0, he's definitely got to do that, and I think we're going out and swinging early at a fastball. God damn. I thought that was gonna be closer to the zone. Should have left that for 3-0. And in that case, we would have ended up walking. That's alright. 3-1 count now. If we get on base, it's not gonna be the greatest thing because, again, 2 outs right here. Again, we want to make sure that we get a base hit and not just get walked. And that's what I mean. You get on base by walk. But at this point, we'll take anything. 3-2 count. And that's going to be a chopper through the infield. Let's go! Not the prettiest hit, but it's a base hit. And we end up starting off 1 for 1 in this game. And again, we get on base with 2 outs. Again, it would have been a lot better with no outs or 1 out or something like that. But hell, we'll take it anyways. And no, don't do that. Don't do that. We're going to get thrown out at first, aren't we? You stupid son of a bitch. Yeah, I know. That's totally on me. I didn't want to go on that one. I was expecting the ball to be hit into the outfield or something, but nope, no such luck. Oh, get him at home. Get him at home. Get him. Yes. No. That was not the greatest throw, I guess. But the good news is we've come back to tie it up. It's 2-2 here in the 3rd with the guy on second. Nice fastball right there. Were we early or late? We were late on that one. Okay, that's fair. That could have been a nice base hit, especially the guy on second. Nice curveball on that one, just out of the zone. Now an 0-2. I would be surprised if we bring something in the zone right here. We still got to be prepared for it, but I doubt that it will be. Oh my gosh, it was. Good solid contact, but that is going to be a fly out to right. But at least the team picked up a couple more. Now we got a guy in second with 1 out. That little bit of a frisbee slider right there is a little Little nuts. Oh, we're okay, though. Come on, let's expect a sinker. And get the slider. It's actually thrown that twice now. 0-2 count. Don't be fooled. Yeah, there you go. Don't be fooled by that slider out. You know he was going to bring something out of the zone. Come on, especially with one out, we need to get this guy at the very least over to third. And instead of doing that, we just strike out. But we shouldn't be incredibly surprised. But here in the 8th now, we're still up by 2. No outs, we're leading off the inning. Let's see if we can start a rally and be able to pad the lead a little bit for our defense, or our bullpen, pardon me. So let's see what we can do here. Again, 4-2, 2-run lead. And that was a great pitch right there to be able to hit. Definitely decided a little late on that one. Now with the 1-2 count, we strike out again. They'll figure our base hit came in a situation where it really didn't matter. We're going to have to get more clutch base hits right here. As that... Oh, I was hoping we were going to be able to get that one. Should have tried to dive for it. And we didn't. And now with no outs, first and second. And thankfully that is where it ends. We do end up picking up another base hit, but... Again, didn't really come into clutch situation, and we really shit the bed in the other ones. And at least the batting average is up to 100. That's awesome. And not under 100 anymore. But come on, we definitely need to pick it up in the box, and I think we can do that right here. I mean, imagine getting a base hit in every single game in this video, man. That would be really, really nice. By the way, we got a knuckleballer here. Jesus Christ, that is insane. Yeah, yikes. I don't have words for that. That was a great pitch right there. Again, something we're going to have to keep an eye on as well, because that's probably going to be his main one. As that, thankfully, is not going to be a double play ball, but it is going to be a ground out to short. Thankfully, the rest of the team hasn't had an issue, and we're up to nothing in the third. Yeah, that thing just is not moving at all. Obviously, that's exactly what a knuckleball is supposed to do, but still, great pitch. I have a lot of love for knuckleballers. And especially when they end up not throwing the knuckleball and give us something that we can take out of the park. And we got ourselves our first home run of our career. Let's go. Hopefully the first of many. First of many. As he ended up throwing a mistake pitch right there. And we definitely jump on that. The ball was absolutely launched. And you love to see that. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, they're going to get a chance here to be able to pick up a couple extra runs. And I think we're going to have to get him at 3 right here. I don't care if you got a lot of speed. We're still going to get you over there. Let's go. We get out of the inning, and we still end up having the lead, although it's only 1 now. So let's see if we can hop on another pitch that's a little bit of a mistake as well. That was literally just dropped right in the zone. If we would have actually just swung at that, oh, man. Could have gone places. That had some sick-ass movement on that one, though. God damn, man. Why didn't you just throw that every single time to us, bud? Yeah, I don't even know what the hell I was going to do about that. And maybe we should have paid more attention, because now is the tie game in the 8th. So let's start this off with 2 outs. Why are you swinging at that slider? I mean, realistically, he's got 3 pitches that are all within like 5 to 10 miles an hour of each other. It's not a matter of picking up speed, it's picking up the location now. Just got to hop on whatever he ends up throwing, even though it's an 0-2 count here. And there we go. We make contact, but we just get under it a little too much. And that's going to be a pop-out. And, oh boy, not the situation we want to be in to start the... Well, obviously, this is how we start the 10th no matter what. But let's see if we can get him at home. Oh my gosh, could you imagine? No, get him at 2. That's alright. He was going to end up scoring anyways. At the very least, this allows it to be 1 out and no one on base. Although, they still ended up scoring another one. So that's rough. And now we got 2 outs with the guy on second, down 2. We need to keep this game alive. That is... I don't want to even say a nice split. It just kind of fooled us, you know what I mean? We've got to be ready for his fastball, though. As there it was right there. 97. And we're early on it? Yikes. Don't end this game right here. Don't end it. Yeah, good. At least not swinging at a slider out. If we're going to end it, at least get a piece on it, you know? Don't go down on strikes. As that is actually going to be a base hit. Let's go. Don't tell me you're going to get nailed at home. He was thinking about staying at third, and I would have been pissed off. But there we go. Big RBI right there. And we got ourselves a multi-hit game. Again, not the prettiest hit right there up the middle, but it was enough to make a difference. Let's go 2-2 count here with 2 outs. We're going on anything. We need to score here. No, we probably should have went no matter what anyways, but that's fine. Full count now. We're going to be going on the pitch. And let's hope that he actually drives us in the outfield so we can go first to home. Go. I was way late on that one. And, yep, that is going to be the end of the game. Didn't matter if we ended up getting a good jump on it or not. We still ended up going down an extra inning, 6-5. But at least we had a more successful game at the plate in that one. And look at this. We're going to get a chance to actually get a little bit of practice here. So let's see what we can do to get 8 skill points, and we'll be able to apply them before our next start. Or at least for our next start on the mound, that is. Because we're going to be getting into this one right here. Obviously, we're going to be DHing. And hopefully we can actually pick up another multi-hit game. 3 straight games with a hit now. But this time we are going to be playing against the Red Hot Red Sox. Because their record right now is like the inverse of ours. And they're playing extremely well. Look at that. 23-11, first in the AL East. Yeah, they're a good team this season. We need to watch out for that. As thankfully he does not call the strike on that sinker. That was a borderline call. And thankfully that ended up going our way. So let's see. Yeah, okay. You know what? That's fine. That wasn't a pitch that we wanted to swing at anyways. So we ended up checking it. That's okay, though. 2-1 count right here. Yeah, and make that 3-1. All right. I actually don't mind a walk right here. 1 out, guy on first. Imagine having a guy in scoring position and 2 guys on base in general. And you know what? In reality, think about 2 guys getting out on the base paths there and getting out of the first inning with a double play. I don't even know what to say to that. Not the way you wanted to start off that first inning, you know. But what can you do? We're down 3-0 now. No one on and 1 out. So let's just pick up a base hit. Relax a little bit. Again, 3 straight games with a base hit. Let's see if we can make it 4. As that is a nice sinker down the middle, and we were just late on that. Again, very, very similar to that guy in the last game where he's got, you know, a couple pitches all within about the same speed of one another. But he still ends up fooling us when we go down on strikes. But look at this opportunity right here. Down 1, first and second, but with 2 outs. The circle change. The circle change. Rough. Okay, though, we're just getting our bearings at the plate. Just getting our bearings. As we end up taking that one, but that is just going to end up being caught. I'll leave it up to the rest of the team to pick us up because, goddamn, we are not playing well. As that is not going to drop either. But they are giving us one more opportunity. I'm very thankful for that. So let's not blow it right here. As we just blew it. Wait. Wait. No, we didn't. We got in at first. I can't believe we actually did that. We should not have the speed for that. But we found a way to make it work. Let's go. So let's try to steal on this one. As that is going to end up being a ground out to third. And that's how we get out of ninth. But at least we keep that streak going. And would you look at that? We actually would have had another opportunity because we blew it in the ninth. And now in the 11th, 2 outs. First and second again. Very similar to an opportunity we had earlier in this game. And absolutely did not capitalize on. So let's do it on this one. Especially as our team needs us here. Is that one? If that stays fair. And it is not. Just foul. Taking advantage of the very, very, very shallow right field pole. As we don't. And that one's going to straightaway center. And he's going to catch that. And we blow our opportunity. And who knows? Maybe we would have ended up blowing that game. Even if we would have ended up scoring there. But they score in the bottom of the 11th. And we go down 8-7. The good news, though, is we do keep the streak alive. That's, I guess, pretty good. But here's what we're going to end up doing. We have 13 points. In the last one, I ended up upping the 2-seam fastball, the slurve, and the splitter. So it's only fair to work on the circle change as well. And honestly, I really feel like we need to up the stamina. And I think we can do that twice. Again, that doesn't up our starting pitcher overall, but that is going to allow us to not get tired as easily as we have in the past. So let's go. Obviously, we want to keep our hitting streak up. That's 4 straight games. We want to make it 5, but we also want to make sure that we pick up our first win of the season on the mound. In my mind, that's what's going to be most important. I mean, imagine picking up our first major league win against a team that's 12 games over 500 this early in the season. And unfortunately, we're not going to get any run support in this first one because we fly out to right to end the first. So let's take that anger out on the mound. Again, if we're not going to be good in the box, bet your ass we're going to be good on the mound. So let's see what we can do. Good first pitch strike to start the game. And that is not going to be a strikeout. However, that will end up being a ground out. We'd love to see that. And look at that. 2 straight boss challenges right off the rip. So let's see what we can do. You know what? We're going to strike him out in 3 pitches. I don't care what anyone says. So let's pick this one up in the zone. That's a great way to start. Let's see if we can get him with the split. Keep that in the zone again. Uh-oh. That's not. But at least it's going to be a ground out. We don't complete. Oh, well, never mind. Error over there at first. And surprisingly enough, our field is having a worse time. 3 boss challenges in a row? Sorry, but have more trouble in the field in the majors than we did down in AAA. Not what we want to see. What we do want to see, though, is a great pitch like that. And another one like that. Again, not necessarily the spot that we wanted to hit on that one, but it worked out, and that's what we care about. Almost got him on the 3 pitches. That's all right. We get him with the fastball up. We pick up our first strikeout of the game. Let's go. I know we needed the 3 pitches, not the 4, but I mean, I guess we'll take it, right? There we go. Great pitch right there to Casas. So let's see what we can do to strike him out as well. Again, like I said, take that anger that we had at the plate because we just can't hit for shit and take it out on the mound right here. As we don't end up picking up that one, but that will set up for the slurve down and in. That was weird contact. But at least it got us out of the first. So let's see if we can do the same thing here in the second inning. That'd be great. Although it would be nice to pick up more than just 1 strikeout. Again, that was our bread and butter in the minor leagues. Obviously, we knew it was going to be an adjustment here in the majors. But I still wanted to make sure that we maintain that same ratio. As that is going to be great contact by him. And that's going to be a ground out to second. Great way to start this second inning. Wow, I did not realize that the Red Sox ended up getting Seiya Suzuki. You know what? Good. Now that he's not on the Cubs anymore, I can actually appreciate what he ends up bringing to the table. But we still need to strike him out here, you know what I mean? Or at least get a ground out, pop out, something like that. But if we can't throw the ball in the zone, how can we expect him to swing at it? That looks good. And, oh, that's going to be a ground out to second. Great play over there. And definitely saving us from a base hit right there. So, let's keep this up. It's really great to see that we have this with 2 outs and no one on. Again, if we can continue to stay in situations like this, that would be ideal. Well, that is going to be a double. Thank God that wasn't a home run. But at least that came with 2 outs. You know what I mean? Needless to say, we don't ever really want to see that. But if it's gonna happen, at least it's happening with 2 outs. Because all we have to do is just get this ground out right here, and that guy on second ain't gonna matter. Alright. Not the greatest inning, but hey, we got out of it again. I don't love the fact that we've already gone through 3 innings at the plate, and we have not gotten up for our second at bat yet. Not ideal. Not ideal. But we're still cruising here on the mound. So we don't pick up that strike. We don't get that ball up high enough. At least not enough to trick him. Maybe we can get the fastball. And that will be a pop out to right at least. Alright, at least we're getting outs. Again, that is the important thing. But, man, we're just not obviously as dominant here as we were in the minors. And again, obviously that makes a shit ton of sense. But I would have thought that we would have the skill to be able to do it. But if we continue to improve those pitches, and maybe if we actually up that K per 9, that would actually help us out a little bit. That was a horrible jump by the center fielder. And unfortunately, that allows the ball to end up dropping him for a base hit. Wow, I can't believe we don't get that strike. It's okay, though. There we go. That should be caught, and that's going to at least make it 2 outs now. So we don't really have to worry about Duran over at first. And we do, but we also don't. We just need to make sure that we get Devers out as he ends up stealing here. And yeah, he is going to get in easily. He probably could end up doing that standing up. But again, the good news is we do end up picking up a first pitch strike. And as long as he doesn't get a base hit here, then we don't have to worry about him. There it is. Wow. You know, we're still going to go down and out, but this time with the split. Oh, and he ended up swinging at it, too. My goodness. It's all right. Elevate the fastball. He's not going to swing. That's fine, though. But he will chase down and out. Oh, no, he won't. No, he won't. Not when we don't get a good pitch on it. Slurve it up. And that is going to be a foul ball. Okay, fine. Split one more time. And that's going to be a ground out. Thank God. Little dicey there at the end, am I right? But at least we get through third with no runs. And man, Steele is absolutely dealing here, unfortunately. As we end up being a little late on a 92-mile-an-hour fastball. You would have thought that we would have been maybe a little early on it, but who knows? I am just not seeing the ball out of the hand well. I don't know why. Obviously, no one else on the team is either, but still. We should be doing better than that. He tries to come back with a third fastball in a row, pretty much in the same spot. So I bet you he comes with something down low here. And he does, and we still end up swinging at it anyways. You dipshit. Like, we literally called out where it was going to be. And we still end up swinging at it like a dumbass. Great pitch right there, though. Just picking up the corner. Now, the question is, can we get the up and in corner? We can't. That's going to be a pop-out, though. That's a positive. Nice camp job right there. And let's go. We have not gotten a strikeout in a long time now. So let's even get one here against Yoshida. Why not? Why not? We have the ability. We have the skill. We're a damn good pitcher. We're here at the major league level for a damn good reason. Okay, well, it's all right. Down and in sets up for down and away. And that I thought looked really good. Jam him up and in. Please hit the corner right here. Man, yeah, and he just swings through that. I think it's time for the changeup. Got this one a little low, though. And he's just an absolute contact machine. Let's go slurve down and in. Why not? That's our out pitch. Holy shit, he didn't swing at that. All right, just no walks here. We can deal with a base hit. We just can't deal with a walk. And man, that pitch count is getting up there now. That looks good. No. Long at bat, and we end up walking him. Yeah, we need to up that K per 9 for sure. Wow, we can't hit that. Okay, it's all right. We just need to relax here. Again, we're not looking good right now, but we're not in trouble. There we go. We end up finally getting the strike there. And even though I want to keep it down, I still want to make sure that we change his eye level a little bit. Because again, if we get this down in the zone, could be a ground ball. And that could be a double play ball. Let's go. And we get it. That's what we needed. Again, we're not striking guys out. But as long as we're getting out of these innings with no runs, we'll take that. I mean, as it sits right now, we only have one strikeout. One. And unfortunately, this has been a pitcher's duel for both teams right now. As, yep, we might be the first ones to crack as we finally give up a base hit with no outs. Here in the bottom of the order. Pardon me. So, that's okay. Again, a double play ball ends up changing things. I'm sorry, I thought Salvador Perez was an elite catcher. Apparently not. It's okay, though. Alright, you know what? This is where we need to pick up those strikeouts. Strikeouts that have been eluding us all day, they gotta end up happening right here. Or more little shallow pop-outs like that. That works too. Yeah, I was going to say, get it in. Good stop. Good job. And we're looking fine. Go fastball up. We did not get that up to where we wanted it to be. That's all right. Still fine, as we don't pick up that circle change. Go split down. That looks good. That's perfect. Now we elevate a fastball to set up for the down. That actually kind of looked good, too. That's all right. We finished right there. Right on the corner, baby. High leverage strikeout, you bet. Now we got 2 outs, and we got to just try not to worry about that guy on second. He does not matter. I can't believe we didn't pick that up here. Let's do that one more time. One more time. Oof. Oh my gosh, that ended up staying fair? Great play, Ryan. Let's go. We get out of the inning with no runs. Now let's see if the offense can do something. Well, so much for that. Bottom of the 6th now. Still 0-0. And we finally actually get that edge strike. Where was that in that last inning, buddy? Huh? Where was it? Alright, that's fine. Again, changing his eye level. Let's go slurve. We haven't been doing that as much here at the major league level. I feel like we should do that again. And never mind. Because Nico Horner, of all people, ends up hitting a double on that into the gap. That's fine, though. Again, that's just one base hit. We've been in situations like this before, just not usually against the heart of the order. And we need to find a way to end up getting out of this. Thank God Devers is just staring at these pitches. And yeah, he ain't going to swing at that one. That was way too high. But, change up down and away. We'll end up picking it up. Big strikeout right there. And again, we're picking up our strikeouts later in the game. Still not many, but we're picking up later in the game. As thank God that ends up becoming a foul ball. That was a close one, though. That was a close one. Sorry. Honestly, as long as we keep it on the infield, we're fine. That's beautiful. Dude, imagine if we get 2 straight strikeouts here. I can't believe he swung at that. Come on, even... Well, no. I've definitely struck out on pitches like that before, too. So, never mind. Maybe I shouldn't say anything. That's alright. We got a good chance of getting out of this one now. We don't have a good chance of getting out of this one anymore. But we might get him at 2. Let's go. At least we get out of the inning. And we got a chance to be able to pick up that run here in the top of the 7th. And guess who's leading off the inning, too? So let's see if we can start a rally right here to be able to get us a potential win. As that is... No, a line out to second. And unfortunately, he does end up taking us out. Understandable, too. But let's hope that we end up picking up a run. Well, we haven't, and it's 3-0. We gave up less runs in 6th than the bullpen has in a couple. And damn it, you know what? That will end up scoring the guy from 3rd. I hope. As, yeah, it definitely will. But, man, I wish we could have got a better piece on that one. And despite the fact that we had a quality start in that one, we pick up our first loss of the season and of our career. Still holding out for that first win, but hopefully that'll end up coming in our 3rd game. I mean, only 5 hits and 4 strikeouts with 1 walk with the 1 run in 6 innings. Not too bad. Our ERA ends up going down, but again, still end up picking up the loss. But not bad against a team that is 25-11 after that game. So, yeah, we only ended up winning 1 game in this video. And I feel like that's going to be a trend with the Marlins until we get a better team. See, the overalls for a lot of our players, not necessarily that great. So they're going to rely on us, and the way that we're hitting right now, that's not a great bet. You know what I mean? But we'll definitely, again, we're getting better. We're doing fine in the box now, kind of. Again, we didn't pick up a hit in that last one, but still, the sac fly allowed us to get the RBI. Picked up our first home run, and we picked up a double as our first major league hit. So, again, we're improving. We're just adjusting to major league pitching. And, of course, more on the mound, major league hitting as well. That was a tough team to take down. And, obviously, even though we ended up picking up the loss, I still feel like we held our own against a team that is one of the better ones in the MLB right now. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to go down and drop a like. If you're new, subscribe. And we'll see you guys next time.